Hello everyone, my name is Vimal Raj. I'm a lecturer from James Polytechnic College from the department Mechanical. So today we're going to discuss on the topic noise pollution, that is unit number 4 from the subject environmental and pollution control, that is the subject code, that is 1625503. So this is a lecture number 14, and today we're going to discuss on the topic called effects of noise pollution. So the we're going to discuss today is physical effects and psychological effects and the effect of noise pollution. So first of all, what's the effect of noise? So basically noise is generally harmful and serious health hazard. It has far reaching consequences and has many physical, psychological as well as effects on human being. So basically, sorry, uh, psychological effects. So basically what happens is, when there is noise pollution in a particular area, what happens is the noise that comes out of the machine or from anything which will be affecting the human beings, not only the human beings as well as the animals also. So when the enormous amount of noise that comes, which reaches our ears. So basically, the average decibel that a human can hear is it's about 80 to 98. So if it's more than that, it can cause deafness. So if it's more than that, 90 or 100 means it will cause a permanent deafness. So not only this a physical or physiological effect or psychological effects. So when this noise is more, uh, if suppose a person who is having a blood pressure, a bp, if the person is having more bp, what happens is, if he is continuously exposed to this noise pollution, what happens is basically his blood pressure will increase, and it might lead to heart attack or any problem which is related to the heart. So that's the physical effects. And what about the psychological effects? So the psychological effects, it could be, this person can be get into depression because of the continuous exposure to the noise, or he might uh, face any illness or mental illness. I would say like that, mental illness. So things can happen in any way. Either it could be a physical way or it could be a psychological way. So that is the effect of noise. First one, we are going to discuss about the physical effects. So the physical manifestation of noise pollution is the effect on hearing abilities. Repeated exposure to noise may result in temporary or permanent shifting of hearing thresholds of a person, depending upon the level and duration of exposure. So the immediate and acute effects of noise pollution is impairment of ears, that is total deafness. So what the physical effect is, physically, he might not feel well if suppose he's been continuously exposed to this noise pollution. So it depends on the person who's been exposed, that is the duration of exposure to the noise. We all know that, how many of you have been gone to this industries and all. See, if you get into industries like especially on the manufacturing industries where in which the big machines is running, so first thing they will do is they give the safety equipments, that is the safety precautions. They give the helmets, they'll giving the shoes, and the next one is they'll be giving the earbuds. So you have to place the earbuds, because the sound that comes out of this machines will be enormous, and it will be really affecting our nervous system, because the continuous exposure of the noise can lead to nervous breakdown also. So that's the reason, that's a rule in every industries. So people whoever get into the industries, they need to wear this safety gadgets, where in which they have to follow the norms. So I myself have experienced. So when I went to this integral coach factory, I used to go to see my father. So at the time they'll be giving this earbuds. So I have to keep it. So I have to put it in my ears because the sound that comes from the workshop would be more. So basically, what happens is, if suppose a person who's been exposed to this kind of area, so continuously has been exposed to this noise effects, and is not wearing this earbuds and all, what happens is definitely you will be facing this deafness. So which will lead to a total deafness. So which is not really good, I would say, because that's the most important thing. Because if we lose our hearing ability, that will be very very that will make a big problem. So human ears have sensory cells of hearing. So if these cells are subjected to repeated sound of high intensity before they have an opportunity to recover fully, they can become permanently damaged, leading to impairment of hearing. So beside the sensory cells, the delicate tympanic membranes or the eardrums can also be permanently damaged by sudden loud noise such as an explosion. So basically, there is some videos in the YouTube, in which I cannot put it here because of the copyright problems. So there are some videos. If you go to the YouTube and you can search it, how the ear functions, how the ear functions, and what are the membranes and the minute small uh, these tissues is there in the ears. If you see it, it will be like a small membrane, small, which is very very soft. And see, if continuous exposure of this sound means, what happens is that the sensory cells that we have in the ears might be damaged. So once it has been damaged, we cannot get it back. So that's the reason. See, if we lose our ears, if we lose our eyes, we can be replacing it with a new one. See, if suppose somebody donates a eye, we can go ahead and we can replace it. If we lose our lungs, we can be replaced. It can be replaced. If we lose our kidney, it can be replaced. Even if a heart replacement also is there, brain replacement also is there. But ear replacement, have you ever heard about it? See, because the membranes that is built in our ears is a permanent one. So once if it is damaged permanently. It cannot be rectified. So the people whose the membranes are not is damaged, the sensory cells are damaged, means the only solution I can have it is they can they can use it. They can use that hear machines. What do you call that? Uh, that hearing aid machines. So they can use the hearing aid machines. Apart from that, they cannot have anything else. So they cannot go for surgery or the replacement of the membranes and all. They cannot do it because it's a permanent one. So once it's damaged, it is gone. So that video explains clearly. I would recommend you should go and see the video because the explanation is very very clear. You can easily understand the animated video. So even sudden explosion and noise. See, some people might lose their hearing abilities due to sudden exposure, like a shock. So these things can happen because theoretically, it's practically it has been proved. Not only theoretically, practically it has been proved, because there are so many cases who have lost their hearing abilities because of the sudden explosions. The next one is the physiological effects. So the physiological manifestation of noise are several as mentioned below. So headache by dilating blood vessels of the brain. So basically, see, um, I would say, like, nowadays so many people are being addicted with the earphones, because everywhere when you go they used to wear the earphones. See, there are so many websites like Flipkart, Amazon, so many things are there. They're selling enormous brands are earphones. But I would recommend that please don't use your earphones more than 2 hours, because if you're continuously using your earphones for more than 2 hours, what happens is you might have this headache. I don't know how many people have faced this problem. I myself have faced this problem because when I've been continuously exposed to use this earphones for more than 2 hours, I literally feel this pain in my head. So which is nothing but this, it's dilating the blood vessel of the brain. So basically the blood that goes to our brain, which will be stopped for a particular time. So because of that, the head will start to pain. So because of the continuous exposed to the noise, because uh, not only the outer sound, I will also say the inner sound, because the sound that you come across in the world is different. The sound that we come across and from the earphones is different. See, if we take an example, 100 decibels, if it coming I mean comes from the surrounding, if you keep an headphone which you keep a high volume, it will be more than 100 decibels. So there are so many videos in YouTube, you can check that. In people who do this random testing of sound that comes from the earphones, so which is more than 100 decibels. So if a continuous exposed to of 100 decibel, what happens is a permanent deafness will happen, right? So increase in the rate of heartbeat. So basically, if the sound increases, our heartbeat also will increase because of the sudden increase in noise. So which forms like anxiety. So narrowing of the arteries. So that is very very important. Narrowing means our arteries are very, I mean, it can goes uh, in multiple shapes. Like it is very flexible. So narrowing means it will be stiffened. So what if happens if it's stiff, the flow of blood will be a problem. Fluctuation in the artery blood pressure by increasing the level of cholesterol in the blood. So fluctuation in the artery the blood pressure by increasing the level of cholesterol. Basically it will increase the cholesterol level. So what happens if what if the cholesterol level is increased in the blood, automatically it will stop the blood flow. So that will lead to sometimes it leads to a heart attack, sometimes it will lead to bursting of the blood vessels. That's called the fluctuations. So next one is a decrease in heart output. So basically when the sound exposure is more, it will lead to a decrease in heart outputs. So the output that comes from the heart will be very less because of the continuous exposure. Next in pain in the heart, some people might face this pain. It could be a chest pain or it could be a heart attack. So digestive spasms through anxiety and dilation of the pupil of the eyes, thereby causing eye strains. See, some people will have this eye strains. See, it is not only you use your mobile phone or seeing the mobile phone continuously will cause eye strain. It is also that if you are continually exposed to a loud sound, the arteries and the veins that connected to the small veins connected to our eyes will also be affected and eye strain will happen. So impairment of night vision, so which is very very important, night vision. So some people will have this night vision problem. And decrease in the rate of color perception. So basically people who has been exposed continuously to this noise, they might have this color perception problem. So the rate of uh, identifying the colors will be very difficult. Next one is the lowering of concentration and effect on memories. So concentration level they might lose because of the continuous exposure of noise. See, the people who has been exposed to noise, you can easily identify this. People will not be very stable. They will not have the steady mind. So their thinking and all will be wavering because they don't focus. They don't have the concentration, and they don't have the memory power also. Next one is the muscle strain and nervous breakdown. So which is very important. Muscular strain will be there. And next one is the nervous breakdown. So nervous breakdown is very very important. See, anything happens in the nervous system which will directly affect our brains. So which will very affect. And next one is psychological effects. That is mental illness. The next one is this example. So physical manifestation of noise stress. So from this picture you can understand that so many things are happens. Changes in the immune system, increased heart rate, elevation of the cortisol productions, hypertension, myocardial infarction, vasoconstriction. So many things are there. So with that, we just come to the conclusion. So the psychological effect is nothing but the mental illness. So people might lose their mental abilities because of the noise. Okay. So with this, we have just come to the conclusion. So in detail, we have just studied about the effects of noise pollution. What are the effects that really causes because of the noise pollution? And you know what? Noise pollution is it's a problematic one, and see, people who are exposed to noise will be really in a big trouble because they might lose their uh, hearing abilities, as well as they might tend to go with the mental illness or the physical problems. Okay, so this is a reference book. Okay guys, thank you for listening to the video. So we will be covering the next topic in the next video. See you in the next video. Bye.